I was in my 5th year of college, and I had an invitation to come to Haiti for a mission trip, and there was this orphanage that we wanted to co-visit. I had never been outside of the country at the time. It was the first time that I had a passport, but a few weeks before this trip, I knew that the Lord was stirring my heart, dreams and visions about orphans. And I was a football player, so orphans is kind of the last thing on our minds. And so I knew this was the Lord. That first plane ride here, as soon as I landed, my world was rocked. And I started to feel and sense and partner with the heart of the Lord for the people of Haiti. And I just knew that it was something that I was supposed to be a part of. So I decided in 2014, I decided that I was going to move to Haiti, and I wanted to learn the culture. I wanted to be amongst the locals. And I lived in Haiti. My current wife, was our first missionary. She had moved about 3 months to Haiti after I moved here. Very shortly after that, we found ourselves in a position to rescue kids from trafficking. It was a really, really bad scenario, a bad situation for these kids. They were malnourished, abused, beaten, sexually abused, everything you can think of, slipping in their own pee. Just a bad situation. And so we rescued these kids from that place, and we ended up raising these kids, praying with them. They had all sorts of night terrors at night. It would surface and it would reflect in their attitude. So we had to take these kids from a severely traumatic place and to cultivate a sense of family in them, and a sense of identity, and that you're loved, you're cared for, and that you're worth it. So after we did that, Lauren and I, we started dating and we wanted to get married, and so we did that and we moved back to the States. And moving back to the States came with its own set of challenges. The organization at that time was starting to slowly decline financially. We started to lose donors. There started to be some issues arise, and we kind of were thrust into all of that stuff, and we didn't actually know at the time what all was going on, but we got married, had a kid, started to build a life for ourselves. And coming from 2 years living in Haiti to all of a sudden starting a family in the States in the midst of having to try to rebuild an organization was a very, very difficult thing. After a year or so, my wife and I took over the organization. And at the time, we didn't realize it before, but the organization was in quite a lot of debt. And it seemed like we were faced with a very impossible scenario. It seemed like all the odds were against us. And we wanted to give up, and we wanted to say, this is impossible, we can't recover from this. But something kept giving us strength to hold on, and we knew that we were so alive to the vision that God had for Haiti that we couldn't let that go. And so we held on, and we kept seeking the Lord's face. And there's many times we made a lot of mistakes, and we kept relying on our own strength, and we kept trying to do too much, and the Lord the whole time continually asked us to do the very same thing that we did in Haiti, to now do that in the States. And he was inviting us to just believe him for the more, believe him for breakthrough. And it took us a long time, but we actually, after about 3 years, we actually got it, and we let go of everything. And I remember there's a time I was riding in the car, and it was when we were really far behind with some of our expenses in Haiti. And I remember feeling the weight and the anxiety and the pressure of providing for the Haitian people and providing for the thing that we started. And I felt that if something big didn't happen, something drastic didn't happen, that we would lose everything. And all of it just kind of came upon my shoulders. In that moment, I felt just as real as those emotions were. I felt the tangible nearness of God. And I remember waiting for the Lord to take away all those emotions, to take away the anxiety, to take away all the stress. But I believe that he wanted to show me something there. And as I sat there feeling these emotions and then sensing his nearness, I felt an invitation from him to choose him just because of who he is, and to put my faith in who he is, not what he can do. And so as soon as I decided, I said, God, your nearness is enough. And I decided that God, what you did on the cross for me is enough. And what you did on the cross for the Haitian people is enough. And I chose that, and I just gave myself to him, and I gave everything to him. And I felt everything lift off. And I knew at that moment that that was what he was waiting for me to give, everything to him. What was interesting is that same night, about an hour and a half later, I get a text from somebody saying, hey, I have somebody that wants to give $100,000. And I had never met this person. And this person's not even living in the United States. I still have only had one conversation with him. But this man wanted to give the exact amount that allowed us to pay off all of our debts, allowed us to catch up on everything that we had in Haiti, and to have capital to sustain for the next few months. And it set us back on our feet. And it all happened, I believe, because we sowed seeds of righteousness and faith. And sometimes when you sow into the kingdom, sometimes it takes seasons, even years, for you to reap those benefits. And if you're willing to wait on the Lord, if you're willing to keep sowing seeds of faith and righteousness, and not to lose heart and to not give up and to continue to stand in the gap and believe that God's going to bring breakthrough, he'll always do it. And so now we're standing in the place to where breakthrough has come. And where we once used to be so narrow-minded in our thinking and our belief of how he can bring breakthrough or how we're going to provide for the ministry in Haiti, now all those walls completely come down. And now we're actually believing for miraculous things to happen in Haiti. And we believe that nothing's holding us back. That's what Jesus died for. He's done it. It's already accomplished. It's already been fulfilled. And we believe that the manifestation of the goodness of God released as his blood was shed is going to be manifest in Haiti. And we're believing for more of the Lord.